Greetings and salutations! My name is Michael Schwahn, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the final trailer of Arcane, the upcoming animated series based in the League of Legends universe that is being produced by Netflix. And why did that get dark all of a sudden? Anyway, I checked out the initial trailer for this and was very emotional. League of Legends, as much of a thing that people love to shit on, and there's perfect reason to shit on it, it's a huge part of video games as a whole. The game's been around for 12 years now and has never really fallen off. Not truly in that time. People are like, the game's dead, but it's not. And it's kind of impressive that it's stayed alive that long. Now, that said, Riot Games has their own problems to sort out. But one of the things that they revealed X amount of time ago was that they are going to start expanding the world and the lore of League of Legends, which I love a lot. I only play the game like half passively when there's nothing else to play with friends anymore. But the world and the characters are so incredibly well made. And they're really engaging and really interesting, and like the lore and the story of League of Legends, of that today anyway, not the original story, is really deep and really gripping, and something that I really enjoy immensely. And we checked out that first trailer for Arcane, and I got wildly emotional because it's gonna tell the origin story of a tragic origin story of two characters in the game, which are Jinx and Vi, which are sisters. And Jinx today in the game is clinically insane. She is a psychopath that is deranged, but she wasn't always, and that's the story that we're going to get to see through Arcane. But the first trailer was kind of like a hypercut, right? And I don't know what to expect out of this final trailer. Maybe, fair warning, I might get emotional again. I don't know, but let's find out. So without further ado, let's begin.
This city was founded to be a bastion of enlightenment.
We are the city of progress, and our future is bright.
We were once one tribe. Now, we are houses divided.
As time passes, the topsiders are leaving us further and further behind. There's never enough to go round. It can either break you or forge you into something greater.
Hi. I need to speak with one of the inmates. Who are you? I have to try and find my sister. Powder? Why?
There are people down there hell-bent on destroying us.
The only way to defeat Topside is to stop at nothing.
We should prepare our own countermeasures.
Imagining yourself a hero. I'm afraid this will be a very short reunion.
You talk too much. Here we go.
You people down here are all the same.
Bit of advice. Don't threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
Oh, so this is something that I was also curious about, that I'm happy to see. I don't know what length or anything like that that's going to be being released for Arcane. I mean, we see that it's going to be released in 3 acts, but I don't know if those are individual episodes that are very long, or if it's going to be like, 3 episodes per act or anything like that. I might be able to look it up. I'm so ready for this. So I'm not normally someone who is super excited about shows at all. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I don't watch movies like at all. I will watch anime with like that I'm genuinely interested in, but those are few and far between. And this, because of what it is, and because of the production quality that is going into this, and because of what I already know about the characters in the world and the location and the setting, I am so ready for this. This looks so good. And it's going to just expand on characters that already have a lot of personality and depth in a way that, like, they've not really had an opportunity to do within the League of Legends universe going, like, at all since before this. They have events and the stuff like game and stuff like that, and it'll kind of touch on, and some characters will have interactions and stuff, but it's never to the level of depth that this is going to provide. They've provided, like, short stories for the characters. There's universe.league.com or something like that, and yes, it's the LOL series, and they have a whole bunch of stuff written. They have short stories written for these characters and stuff like that, but none of them truly expand on a character in the way that an actual full animated series. They have, like, comics, but comics are more about telling, you know, like, this arc rather than really diving down into a specific setting, which in this case is Piltover and Zaun. Piltover is that golden city that sits above, that was built on top of the city that is now called Zaun, and that lower city is just full of criminals and literal toxic waste. Like, we're talking like nuclear waste, and obviously there's a lot of animosity there. And so we're going to get to see an expansion of that location as well as the characters that reside within it. And I'm really genuinely excited, and I'm sure it's going to be an emotional journey, because we're going to see the destruction of innocence in terms of who Jinx used to be and who she becomes. And that's always hard to watch, especially when it's a young person. It's one thing to watch, like, the hardened veteran decide that it's no longer worth being altruistic. It's another thing to watch the innocence of somebody who never had the chance to really learn what that innocence meant, see that get destroyed. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be really good, but it's gonna suck. All right, it's gonna suck. I'm excited, and I'm ready. What did you think, though? What did you think about the final trailer to Arcane? Are you somebody that is particularly interested in League of Legends? Have you played it before, or is this kind of your first introduction to it? And if so, what do you think? Now, I can tell you that, like, if this is catching your attention, that is not a sign or a signal to go play the game. Trust me, it is not. You're not going to get anything. All of the lore and world building and story of League of Legends, almost none of it takes place inside the game itself. It is all outside the game, which is really kind of a tragedy, but given that the game is a MOBA, I'm not surprised. There's not really an easy way to, like, deliver story when it's just, you know, a roguelike almost when it comes to how MOBAs start. If you choose a character, you start at the beginning, you play a match, and then once the match ends, you start from the beginning, right? There's not really a way to present a story line or progress through it when you're playing such an instance-based, semi-competitive type approach, right? You don't really get to walk people through a story, so everything has always had to take place somewhere else. You have to search for the lore. They thankfully have the Universe website now. I can't remember what the actual website is called, and it's a really good aggregate for the story. They got links to the comics and the backstories, and you can click on a character and see all the stories that they're in. You can absorb a lot of the lore through the website that they've built for the universe of League of Legends, and power to them for doing that. But if you don't have experience with League of Legends, what is your take on Arcane? I would love to hear it, because as somebody who has been involved with League literally for 12 years, for just shy of half of their life, my perspective is very different from somebody else's. And also, if you're not somebody who, if you play League but never cared about the story or the lore or the characters beyond what they looked like and what their abilities are in the game, what did you think about this? Because this is such a direct focus on the story and the world and the characters more than it is anything to do with the game at all. And that's why it appeals to me so much, because I've played so much of the game that I'm just like, yeah, whatever, League, right? But this is something different in a different way that appeals to me on a different level. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to share your thoughts in other places, two great places to continue the conversation is actually on Twitter and Discord. And speaking of Discord, we have a channel in our server that is dedicated to these reaction trailers, where you can place links of your own that we can react to here on stream, because we have this live audience here where we are reacting to this live on Twitch. We stream on Twitch 4 days a week, on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and we would love to have you there. There's lots of other videos as well on the channel that you can watch, so if you go watch one of those other YouTube videos, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.